Hi Capricorn, welcome to your weekly forecast for June 20th through the 26th. This is for Capricorn Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to connect here and see what messages are coming up in the week ahead. Keep in mind, some of you might not see this video for another few weeks or few months or few years. You're going to see it whenever you're meant to hear the messages. So keep this in mind, and keep in mind this is a general reading for the collective. Not every single message is going to resonate, and that's okay. So take what does, leave what doesn't. So without further ado, my dears and my darlings, let's see what's coming up here for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. One more shuffle. All right, let's get right on into it, my dears. We're going to move the camera just a little bit closer. And so the first card coming up here is you, Capricorn. Wow. Hello. So those of you who watch my readings, you may have heard me say that when I'm reading for somebody and your major arcana card comes up, it tells me that right now, this situation, everything that you're going through is directly connected to you coming into your power. This is a time that you're coming into your power. You're coming into your authenticity. You're coming into your true self. Oftentimes, I see it come up in a way where, like, you're falling in love with yourself in a non-narcissistic way. The things that you thought were character defects or flaws, you're realizing, hey, these are actually really great traits. These are actually really great tools when I apply them in a productive way. I can use these things to my advantage. I can use these things positively. There's a sense also of like no longer seeking approval from other people, living your authentic life, doing the things that you want to do without guilt, without being worried what other people think, being in your confidence. It's a very empowering time for me in my readings when your major arcana card comes up. This can also indicate that a lot of you are breaking out of negative ego and unrealistic expectations of yourself. This is the feeling that I'm feeling the strongest for the Capricorn collective. I feel that the majority of you, in terms of overcoming negative ego, you've had extremely unrealistic expectations of yourself. And you've been feeling very lonely. Please don't get offended, Capricorn. I'm saying this with love. I'm not saying this to judge you. It's a message that's coming in from Spirit, so I have to say it, I have to share it. Some of you have been feeling very lonely because you have not been able to find people that meet your expectations or standards. Now, there's nothing wrong with having expectations or standards. We should have expectations or standards. But the problem is this. Some of you, Spirit is giving me this message. Some of you have not found people who fit your expectation or standards because you have such unrealistic expectations of yourself that you've been looking for friends or romantic partners that are going to validate you or that are going to show to the world that you are these things. Like the things that you think you're not, you are wanting to find friends or partners who are this way, and then like it gives you a validation or like, yeah, I'm this way or this is who I am. And so a lot of you are breaking out of that. You're breaking out of the unreasonable expectations of yourself. And this is going to alleviate the feelings of loneliness because you're no longer going to be seeking that to surround yourself with people like that. So now you're going to be able to have really fulfilling connections with other people, fulfilling relationships, fulfilling friendships and partnerships, because the unreasonable expectations are gone and you're breaking out of that spirit of ego, of like seeking validation. The next card that's coming up here for Capricorn is the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups could be a water sign person, Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. In fact, you all did come up in the Scorpio reading, and also the Scorpio also had Knight of Cups also come up in the reading. So the Devil and the Knight of Cups both came up in the Scorpio reading. So, there could be something here where some of you are dealing with a Scorpio or some other water sign. Some of you may be having some kind of opposition with a water sign involving a Scorpio. So, it's like maybe you're interested in a Scorpio, or you're wanting to do business with a Scorpio, and there could be another water sign in the mix here, and you may feel like you're just kind of like, I feel there may be like this push or this pull. I don't want to say battle, because battle is such a strong word, but there may be some kind of competitiveness. There may be some kind of like a dueling here for attention, or for some kind of agreement or partnership. It doesn't have to be, but it could be. Now, more positively speaking, Knight of Cups is a card that comes up for me when we're in that quest for adventure, that quest of beauty. Our heart chakra is opening up to receive. We're coming into the element of receiving beauty, abundance. It's the quest for inspiration. Some of you may be becoming a lot more creative, a lot more inspired. Your creative juices may be flowing. And so some of you may be transitioning into more creative endeavors or creative work, or boosting your creativity. Okay, this is also going to boost your intuition, because creativity and intuition goes hand in hand. But I feel a sense of inspiration and beauty. Beauty coming into your life, inspiration coming into your life, a sense of adventure, a sense of just being more in heartfelt joy, which is very positive. The next card coming up here for Capricorn is the Six of Wands. And the Six of Wands is overcoming obstacles. It can also be beating out the competition, right? Maybe some of you have had a competition with a Scorpio, and you feel like you're finally getting a one-up over that Scorpio. Maybe some of you are feeling like somebody is seeing you in a negative light. And the Six of Wands can come up in that, like you're feeling a sense of vindication or validation or redemption, or a sense of proving yourself, or people have been lying about you, and now it's being exposed that these people have been lying about you. The truth is coming out in some way. Six of Wands is very victorious energy. It's positive energy. In terms of career or business, it can also indicate that we're making a name for ourselves, and that people are speaking very positively about us. Like our reputation precedes us. People are like, oh my gosh, I've heard about you, or I've heard about your work. So you may be making a name for yourself within a certain community, or certain line of work, or a certain kind of group here. You may be making a name for yourself. And as I said, Six of Wands could also be feeling a sense of victory, overcoming challenges, overcoming obstacles, overcoming difficult times, being seen, vindicated, validated. I'm trying to see if there's anything else here that's jumping out at me about this card, about the Six of Wands. If you do have some kind of a rivalry with a water sign, I'm just going to say this. Whether you have a rivalry with a Scorpio, or you're having a rivalry with another water sign over a Scorpio, I feel whatever is happening here, because I feel that this applies to you, but I'm also feeling almost as if the Knight of Cups and the Six of Wands are one card together. So this makes me feel like whatever is happening, you may feel like you got the one up, but I don't feel like Scorpio or this water sign is going to feel as though they've lost. I feel like they kind of also feel like they got what they wanted, or they got what they succeeded. So it could be for some of you a parting of ways with a Scorpio, or a parting of ways with a water sign. But at the same time, it's not necessarily like a tower moment. I feel like everybody's walking away happy. There may be some kind of conflict. There may be some kind of like little bit of a struggle. But I feel that at the end of it, everybody's walking away happy. Like you got what you wanted out of it, or you said your piece, or you made your point, and, you know, they feel like they got what they needed out of it. So there may be some kind of, because of what came up in the Scorpio reading, I'm saying this, there may be some kind of like parting of ways, but at the same time, it may be like it's happening on a positive way, or it's happening on good terms. It's not for all of you. It could be for some of you, because some of you might not be dealing with water signs at all. But those of you who are, there could be this kind of element here. There could also be something here, Capricorn, with the water element of having mastery or victory over your heart. Right? The element of water, the element of emotion, being able to conquer your emotions, or having mastery over your emotions. The next card that's coming up here for Capricorn is the Five of Wands. Now, in terms of business, Five of Wands is positive because it can indicate that people are seeing you as a competitor, right? Like your hat is in the ring. They see you as like you're the one to beat. So some of you may have victory coming in, but that victory may be leading you now to another level where people are feeling intimidated by you. Like you're the new kid on the block. You're the new kid in town, and they're feeling a little bit threatened by that, and they may be competing with you. And it can be really unfortunate, because it would be really great if we lived in a world where everybody understood that the universe is an abundant universe and that there's more than enough to go around. But some people don't realize this, and so they get very, very, very much into that overdrive self-preservation, competing for the last sliver, the last piece. And so some of you are going to be dealing with people trying to compete with you, or like, you know, make it seem like they're better than you, or you don't know what you're doing and they do. And you just kind of have to take this as a compliment. Like, okay, wow, this person is clearly intimidated by me, and so I must be doing something right, that they just feel so threatened that they're acting like this. You kind of have to teach yourself to take it as a compliment, so that it's not discouraging you too much, it's not bringing you down too much, and that you can see it as what it is, right? Like you're doing something right, and this might be intimidating to some people here with this Five of Wands. Five of Wands can also be an inner struggle or an inner conflict. So as you're having mastery over your heart, Capricorn, you may be realizing what you want. And I'm going to be very honest with you. I feel for some of you, because of what came up in the Scorpio reading, some of you are having to let somebody go. And in that process, you're realizing, or you're understanding what you're wanting. Like, okay, all right, I'm in this new element. I'm in this new energy. I kind of have this clean slate, and I'm not holding on to this other situation anymore. And all of a sudden, because you are having mastery over your emotions, you're having this emotional epiphany where you're truly in touch with yourself, and you understand, Capricorn, what your heart is desiring, like what you want to do. But then the Five of Wands is coming in, where some of you are having an internal struggle about that, because you're feeling like, oh, well, but what are other people going to say? Like, if I actually did that, what are other people going to say? Are they going to think I'm weird? Are they going to think that I'm crazy? Are they going to think I'm wasting my time? Are they going to think I'm having a midlife crisis? Right? And it's this internal struggle. I feel like your cards are going in a loop, though, in a positive way. Because your first card was about being in your power and breaking out of negative ego and living your authentic life unapologetically. So there may be that struggle, but then you're coming back into your power and you're saying, this is my life. And for some of you, you may be seeing Scorpio do this, and this is what's inspiring you. You're like, well, Scorpio's doing it. Scorpio doesn't care what people think about Scorpio. Scorpio doesn't even care what I think about the situation. So why am I sitting here caring what other people are thinking? Scorpio looks awfully happy. And so some of you may be maybe just deciding that, hey, life is short and I'm going to be happy. I'm not going to be editing myself and trying to fit into this expectation of other people. You may want to check out your moon sign, your rising sign. Some weeks this might resonate more than your sun sign. Love readings for June are linked in the description. July love readings are going to be coming up over the next few days. If you would like to schedule a private reading with me, there's a link in the description of the video that will take you to calendly.com/amethystangelite, and you can schedule a private reading with me there. Don't forget, every single day I've been posting daily messages, and that's been helpful to a lot of people. So I do hope that you might check those out. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope you all have a fabulous, fabulous week ahead. Take care and be well, Cappies.